Hey Simmers, welcome finally to the broadcast today. We're just coming online. We appreciate you hanging with us through a couple technical difficulties, but we're here and we're ready to go. My name's Ryan Vaughn and I'm lead producer on The Sims 3, and I am stoked to be here today, especially after the awesome holiday season we just had that all started with the launch of The Sims 3 Seasons. We hope you guys are off to a great new year just as well. We have some big announcements for you and we cannot wait to share them. We're going to start off today with a bunch of different announcements, so I want you to stay tuned throughout the broadcast because we have lots of info for you throughout it. Cannot believe how much stuff we have in this. I think it's bigger than any other broadcast we've ever done. So just as a quick note, we don't have the Cover It Live system working right now, but if you have any questions, hop onto Twitter and tweet at The Sims 3 using the Sims 3 LB hashtag. You can ask questions. We're going to have some good giveaways. You could be selected randomly if you're using that hashtag to win these prizes, and you might even be gifted something awesome from the Sims 3 store. We got lots of good stuff coming your way, and I think we're going to jump straight into it. We're going to start with a live demo of The Sims 3 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff. A brand new stuff pack that's coming out in just 2 weeks from today. So I'm going to invite Graham Nardone onto screen, who is going to take us through a live demo of this brand new expansion pack and give us a look at what the 70s, 80s, and 90s have to offer. Come on in, Graham. Oh, yeah.
Woo, here we go. Hey, everybody. Sim Guru Graham here. Now, I'm excited to be here today. I'm actually filling in for Sarah now. She's our typical stuff pack producer, but she's still on vacation. And it's actually pretty exciting for me because I don't normally get to work on the stuff packs. So I'm just going to discover 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff along with all of you today. Now, it's really cool because this has the hottest fashions, the coolest decor to warp your Sims back to the yesteryear and have all sorts of cool fun with their Sims and, living in the past. It's just going to be awesome. Now, not only do we have these rockin' outfits, some really bodacious hairstyles, some bold face paint, and of course, a new mustache. You got to have that for the 70s. There's a lot of great stuff in here to discover. Now, I know you didn't tune in to listen to me talking today. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. Let's jump straight into this game demo because we've got a lot of cool stuff to show off so you can get a look at the 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff up close and personal. Now, heading into the game here, we're starting out with my cool dude. He's in his disco suit. Now, I love this thing. It's a lot of fun. And of course, he's rocking the chest hair. You got to have that for the 70s, And one of the cool new things, like I mentioned, is this mustache. Take a look at that thing. Now, obviously, as soon as you apply it, you can tell he's been combing this thing meticulously. It is perfect. And I got to have this stand out. I'm going to dye it a little. It's got to be really bold. He's going to have fun with it. But of course, we have these outfits that are for all the different decades as well. So he's got his 70s kind of disco suit going, but there's a lot of great stuff to choose from. So let's say we jump forward to the 80s even, and we get a little bit of a rocker outfit going. Now, we've got this amazing vest, and this is perfect for a Sim who just, really wants to get down, perform on stage. So maybe those of you with Sims 3 Showtime will have a lot of fun with this one. Now, being the 80s, I gotta ditch that mustache. That thing's gotta go. But let's get some new hair on this guy. Now, he's got that kind of wavy look going, but I think for my my hair metal rocker, we're gonna get this straight hair, and I wanna tweak it a little bit. We're gonna give him some fun tips on here. Something to really get that 80s look going. I love these things. And of course, one of the other really fun things for your 80s rockers is the new face paint, like I mentioned. So maybe a bold lightning strike going through there, or I love this bat one. No, I'm going to go back to the lightning strike. It matches his outfit perfectly. Now, one more thing to complete the look. I think we need some snakeskin pants. Those are always fun. And what's really cool about this is, of course, like anything with our stuff packs, they're fully customizable. And you get actual control over the different legs in this, so you can make a really rockin' outfit. Get a little pink going on that side, a little blue going on this side, and that guy is ready to step onto a stage and rock out. You can tell he's going to have a good time with it. But fast forwarding one more time to the 90s, anybody who's been in the 90s, they know the 80s, they look back on it. People were a little crazy back then. 90s is all about that grunge, you know, really relaxing, being comfortable in your clothes. So again, that hairstyle, it's got to go. We're going back to the normal tips. Let's get rid of the crazy colors. I think we got to get rid of that lightning bolt too. That thing's got to go. Sorry. We're going for the comfort of the 90s here. A little baggy clothes, a little ripped, torn, and shredded. And you know, one of the things I really like is the style that you get on these shirts. So there's lots of cool little graphical options, you know, different ones that you can select from. Of course, we have ones without any stencils on them at all, so you can fully decorate them however you choose. And there's lots of stuff for the women as well, so let's take a look at some of what they have. Now, that's not very 70s, 80s, or 90s. Come on, I gotta get a disco suit going here. I was born in the 80s, but I tell you, my heart's back in the 70s. I love disco music, so this is so much fun for me. And I think we need a new hairstyle for her as well. That Sim Street base game stuff, that's just not gonna work for me. So we'll get her going with the kind of wavy one too. That's pretty nice. And of course, when we fast forward her to the 80s, there is so much cool 80s stuff in this pack. I mean, just look at the patterns on some of those bright colors. That's a lot of fun. And I gotta tell you, these workout clothes, this has to be my favorite thing in the whole pack. I mean, if there's anything that just screams 80s to me, it's those crazy workout videos, and they're just a lot of fun. And you know, you got the bright pinks and purples and blues and yellows. It's a good time. And of course, maybe we'll see some of the individual tops and bottoms as well. I think there's a lot of fun ones in there. You know, you can see all the little attention to detail with the fun buttons on there, and some of these cool necklaces that go over the top. And even the nice t-shirts that have the different graphics on them. There's a lot to choose from in this pack. Oh, a roller skating shirt. You know, you got to pair that with the roller skating rink in the Sims 3 seasons. It'll just be fun for them. But fast forwarding one more time to the 90s, you know, that grunge look, we're bringing it back. And I got to say, you can have a lot of fun with this stuff. So, you know, pair them with some short shorts. I think this is more for the 90s look for me. A little ripped, a little torn. But that's all right. She's doing fine with it. And maybe a full body outfit for her too. Let's see. Look how many there are in there. There's just, you know, there's a lot of content in this pack. So some cool stuff to check out. I love that shirt. That's kind of a fun graphic on there. Definitely something I would put on one of my female Sims. And, you know, for all the Freezer Bunny fans out there, there's one for you. You're going to have a good time with that. But let's see one more of the hairstyles that I really love. So going back to our 80s look, I got to pull on one of these cool outfits. That is perfect. That's spot on right there. And so, of course, we have new hairs in every stuff pack as well. So you're going to get some of those, but my favorites have to be the hairs with accessories. So not only do you get kind of the workout sweatband look, but this is one of the best hairs in the whole game right here. You got the updo ponytail. Look at that thing. That is awesome. She strepped right out of 1980. That thing is amazing. But let's hop out of Create a Sim and actually go into live mode, and we're going to check out what my household is up to. Now, I built a household that encompasses all of the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and they're having a good go at it. And out here in the Love Den, this is Tony Simro, and you can see him hanging out with a lot of the new furniture. We've got a great new sectional sofa there, and check out this lounge chair. This has to be one of the best names we've ever given a chair in the game. It is the Low Wider lounge chair, and I just love that. It's too much fun. And you know, he's hanging out here. He's got this cozy fire going, and it's kind of a floating fireplace, and that thing just screams 70s to me. It's really cool. And of course, he's watching his vintage TV as well. And you know, I think all this stuff, you see it kind of come together, and it just instantly warps you back. It's really neat. And last but not least, in the little Love Den here, he's got his kind of glow lamp going, and this thing's rocking because it's, you know, it's fiber optics, it's shifting and changing colors. I would totally put one of those in my room. That's really cool. But over here in our little disco den, we're gonna meet Gigi. That's Tony's fiance, and he's hanging out with Tori Simming. So you can just see kind of the cool stuff that you're gonna get to build this total disco room. And you know, I can't wait to see what people do when they pair this with something like the Sims 3 Late Night. Somebody is gonna build the awesomest disco club you could possibly imagine. And you've got the cool disco ball going up there. And check out this vintage stereo. I mean, that thing is just rocking. You got the vinyl. I mean, what's not to love with that? But we'll hop up one floor here, and let's see what Jessica's up to. Now, she's hanging out in her really boldly styled 80s room. And I mean, the 80s were all about these over-the-top, bright colors, the crazy geometric shapes, really vibrant, electric surroundings. So lots of cool stuff to check out. She's got this great new kind of wall shelf with, let's see, you got the cassette tapes on there, some VCRs down in the bottom. It's totally bringing me back. We've got this awesome kind of electric bolt table there, a great new sofa. Look at that desk. And this light back here, that has to be one of my favorite lamps in the game because, you've got those colors, the shapes. That thing reminds me of my Trapper Keeper from my childhood. I mean, when I was a child of the 80s growing up, if you had a Trapper Keeper, you were the coolest kid in the classroom, and it totally takes me back. It's really sweet. But we'll jump up one more floor and let's see what the 90s bring us. Now, here we have Kimberly, and she's hanging out in her little industrial room. It's, kind of grunge, a little that old metallic aesthetic, and she's playing video games. I mean, the 90s were a great era for video games, and she's got this corrugated metal table and bookshelf, and check out this art on the wall. I really want to point that out as well because you get these cool wall decorations in this that fit all three of the decades that you're getting. So, you've got these 90s posters, and I want to jump back to the 80s room for a second and show off some of those. You've got these great ones. I think this might be hair dryers in the background, which totally fits the theme. This kind of cool stylized poster. And even down in the 70s den, you've got one of those kind of movie posters from the 70s, which, totally sells the theme. But going back to the 90s, she's hanging out in her grunge room. Check out that distressed armchair. That thing's really nice. And of course she's wearing some flannel because, what doesn't scream 90s like a little flannel? I think that aesthetic might even work pretty well for, say a dorm room. But let's head up one more floor here and check out the rec room that I built up in the attic. Now, this thing's rocking. And in the background here, wait, what's going on? Stop. Bobby time. Now, I love this sim. This is one of my favorite sims that I've ever built. It's Bobby Hammer, and you can see he's rocking the parachute pants. This dude is totally reliving the 90s. And look at that big boombox on the wall there, too. That thing is rocking. That is cool. And, of course, we've got Rock and Screech over here on the foosball table, kind of a neon lit foos table, which is pretty sweet as well. So lots of fun details in there. We still got the sectional sofas kind of completing the fun look of this room. And while they're playing, check out this new guitar. Now, Rock absolutely loves this thing. And we'll see if we can get him to play a song for us. Let's cut this radio off for a second. And in the meantime, Screech is going to head over here and use the new arcade machine, which is pretty sweet. Now, I love this thing because, arcade machines, they're great to have in a rec center. And not only do you get this one, but if you pre-order or purchase from The Sims 3 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff from Origin, you're going to get an exclusive pinball machine, which is really cool. And Ryan's going to tell you a little bit more about that in a second. But check out that game on there. Another shout out to Freezer Bunny there. But yeah, that's totally a relic of the 90s. So, of course, all this is coming to you really soon. The release of 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff is just around the corner on January 22nd. I love it. Child of the 80s, teen of the 90s, but my heart is in the 70s. This is rocking. Your Sims are going to have so much fun kind of, just warping back to the past. They'll love it. So you see Ryan, he's rejoining me. I'm going to bring him back on. Absolutely do not go anywhere. We have so much in store for you today. Really what you're seeing with the 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff here is just the tip of the iceberg. Stay tuned.
I don't know what more you could want, though, Graham, without mustache and parachute pants.
I know, right?
This is a groovy pack.
It's the best.
It's awesome.
It's the best.
Thanks for that demo, Graham. That was great. Just to reiterate, guys, the Sims 3 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff is coming out in just 2 weeks on January 22nd. Now, on January 18th, I want you guys to hop over to the Sims 3's Twitter page, where Sim Guru Sarah is going to be taking over the feed and answering as many questions about the stuff pack as possible. It's going to be awesome, January 18th. Also, I wanted to follow up on what Graham said. If you order the Sims 3 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff, you're going to receive, if you order it on Origin, you're going to receive the Decades pinball machine, which is an awesome object that I think Graham showed you guys on the game there. So make sure you check it out on Origin. Make sure you check out the feed on Twitter on January 18th and pick up the game on January 22nd when it comes out. All right, now we're gonna have to jump away for a quick break, but I don't want you guys to tune out because we have a huge announcement coming just after we get back. All right, guys, we're back again. First thing we talked about was a brand new set from the store called Lullabies and Nursery Rhymes. It's a really cool set that's focused all about children and toddlers. I know you guys have been asking for this stuff for a long time, so I'm stoked to finally be able to deliver it. Comes with a bunch of premium content like the baby monitor and changing table, which, as you parents out there know, makes taking care of your little ones much easier. Also, we have, if you guys haven't checked out one of the brand new worlds from the store, the Sims 3 Monte Vista, now you'll not only be able to get it on the sims3.com, but you can actually buy it in retail stores in North America starting today, and then in Europe a little bit later this week. So if you guys haven't seen this world yet, check it out. It's beautiful, and it makes playing The Sims that much more fun. All right, I've been teasing this big announcement. I cannot wait to share it with you guys, and as I mentioned a little bit ago, couldn't possibly do an announcement of this size all by myself. So the person I'm going to bring on really needs no introduction. You guys know him well. Please join us, Argus Hewlin, with a huge Sims 3 announcement. Welcome.
Hey Ryan, how's it going?
It's going good.
Hey guys, I'm totally stoked to be here right now. It's been a while since I've done a live broadcast, but I come bearing good news. The studio's been hard at work working on the next expansion pack, and I'm happy to be here to give you the elite look at the announcement. So, are you guys ready? Let's party down with class, because the Sims 3 University Life is in production and launches on March 5th. Sims are going to have the time of their lives as they head out to university, enroll in classes, earn degrees, get into all sorts of crazy hijinks that come with college. So anything from new social groups, to juice keggers, to protests on the quad, to young love, there's an exciting new world for you to explore in the Sims 3 University Life. You guys ready? You want to check it out? You want a debut trailer? All right, let's get rolling on it. Alright guys, we're back. Doesn't that look awesome? You guys want to check out some new gameplay? I think so. Actually, first I'd like to take this moment to introduce to you Lauren McLemore. She's an assistant producer working on this expansion pack, and she's going to take the wheel as I walk us through some of the Sims 3 University Life and point out some of the cool new features along the way. Ready, Lauren?
Yep.
Alright, let's hit it. All right, as you can see, we're in game now, and we created a brother and sister. This is Taylor Study Hard, kind of a generic name, but you know, we like to do things a little bit more fun here. And we have his sister, Candace Party Girl. Yeah, she's totally rocking the university threads right now. So we're gonna take you through a quick glimpse at some of the new cast assets that we have in here. So as you can see, she's kind of got the upward messy bun going on. We have a nice side ponytail with a headband. And for those who kind of want to rock out a little bit, we got some dreads as well. So let's show off some of the new clothes too. So we got her kind of dressed up in a jock type attire. It'll play into our story a little bit here in the future. We also have some more kind of nerdy stuff. Also some dressed up preppy stuff, a little bit more collegiate. If you want to be a little bit more of a rebel, we have that too. Go ahead with some studded belts around a little mini skirt. And let's jump back over to Taylor. And as you can see, Taylor's kind of more of our nerd guy. He's got the messy hair. Some of you might have seen Scott Pilgrim. You also have the windblown look here, which is pretty cool. A little bit more stylish, throw some mousse in it. We got some rockin' dreads for the guys as well. So let's check out some of the clothes we got for him too. We have a little rebel jacket, you know, maybe you want to go throw a protest on the quad, something like that. So be a little bit more outspoken. We can also dress him up as a jock as well. We have some standard university clothes. Everybody likes their sweet swag. And we also introduced some cool new traits. And this actually helps you, it's not necessary, but it helps kind of supplement the new social groups that we're going to be introducing. So since Taylor's a nerd, we're going to give him the socially awkward trait. Oh. Yeah, everybody's been there. I've been there. You kind of say the wrong thing, mess up on the punchline, stick your foot in your mouth. It's good stuff. Taylor, we're actually going to give the avant-garde trait. It's actually for Sims that have a unique take on art and might catch things that other Sims miss. So, just scoping stuff out. Also, Taylor, I mean, she's a jock, she's a socialite. She's going to have the irresistible trait. It pretty much speaks for itself. Yeah, I mean, what more do I need to say? Her cup runneth over with charm. So let's go ahead and jump in game and get these guys rolling out to university. So we're just gonna load back in here really quick with the family, check and see how they're doing. It looks like the mascot's actually cruising up and dropping off a welcome kit. There it is right there. So from the welcome kit, you can actually invite the mascot back over if he takes off. You can get freebies from it, and you can also take an aptitude test. And the aptitude test actually allows you to take a test based on what skills, what career you might have, also what traits you have, and based on that, you will get like more points, more credits, more funding. It really just kind of helps your college experience. So we got Taylor taking that right now. And you know, he's a whiz at that. So it looks like the science and medicine career is probably a good fit for him. So he's got some additional credits. He scored pretty high on it. So I think he's ready to enroll in university right now. So you can enroll in university simply from your phone, or you can also jump on the computer and do it. And it's really as easy as that. You dial them up, you say, hey, I want to be here. And you can select from whichever members in your family you want to go. And since Taylor's, you know, he's got the financial aid, he's a little bit of a whiz kid, we're going to go ahead and set him up with the science and medicine. Maybe he'll be the next Doogie Howser, who knows. We're going to actually front load his credits too, because he wants to get through college and quick, and he wants to, you know, have time later for the time of his life. Candace, however, you know, she's a little bit more of a socialite, so we're going to go ahead and throw her in the communications major. And we're also going to do a little bit of a light load, because she's quite the party animal, so let's go ahead. It's as easy as that. You simply click that checkbox and you're off to university. So we'll watch the parents roll out here, wave their goodbye, or say their goodbyes, wave to their kids, and off goes our little birdies leaving the nest. So the moving van's gonna be there, and that's it. So we're off to university. As I mentioned before, the new social groups we have actually really enhance gameplay. They're there to they're a new feature that actually help you explore like all the new stuff that's associated with The Sims 3 university life. Anything from going and chatting with them, or you can actually tell who is in the new social groups given their color coordination and stuff like that. It's just right there on a tooltip. Don't worry, it's not like celebrities. You don't get spammed with paparazzis everywhere. It's way awesome. You also get some cool new unlocks, and maybe you'll even net that dream job through the networking that you gain through your friends. So to talk really quick about the university while we're loading in, it's actually a New England-inspired university, kind of infused with a little bit of a European look. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. There's some awesome new hangouts and some places to check out. We got a makeout point. I mean, who doesn't like a makeout point? Come on, it's a university. People are gonna go, they're gonna explore things. It's gonna be fun. So some of the new venues we have a hobby shop for the nerds, and we have a Bowl-O-Rama / bar for the jocks, and we even have like a coffee shop for the rebels. It's gonna be sweet. So we're just waiting here for it to load a little bit more, and once we're in game, I'll give you guys the lowdown on the rent and also the dorms. Here we go, there's a little bit of fly through. I'll let you guys take in the awe-inspiring views. It's a pretty awesome world. So once you get into university, you have your choice of what you want to do and how you want to live. So you can either decide to dorm it up and go in with a group of people, make some roommates, make some new friends, or you can rent a house. And when you're renting a house, you actually have to pay for rent, but you don't have to outright buy the whole lot yourself. So let's go ahead and have them jump into one of the dorms. Also, another thing to note is that you can join a sorority or a fraternity, and these are just strictly all male, all female, so you don't necessarily have to deal with the opposite sex if you kind of want to focus on your studies. So here we are in the dorms. We actually customized the room before getting here. You can do that either by Edit Town in your home world, or you can wait until you get there and do it yourself just through normal build buy. So let's go ahead and check upstairs. I think we have a nice little room for Taylor. There it is. It's pretty awesome. We got a couple things here just to kind of highlight that nice nerd-like feel. We got the little bit of a standee, comic book shelf, maybe some atoms, hydrogen mixes. It's pretty sweet. So we're gonna go ahead and claim that bed for Taylor because that's his. That's where he wants to be. So we'll jump up a floor, and here we actually have Candace's room. She's a little bit more on the princessy side and also a little bit more outgoing, so she's got the place littered with some awesome pictures. So Candace is gonna claim that bed. She's gonna put that stake right there, and that's gonna be hers. So here we have all the new roommates. It looks like they're meeting each other, mingling a little bit. One of the cool new features we have is you're actually able to try and convince your roommate to do things for you. So say, you really miss mom's home-cooked goopy carbonara. You can try and convince your roommate to make that meal for you. But, I mean, you have to have a good relationship. You can't just go in and start barking orders at someone and expect them to kind of do stuff for you. So you can have them make stuff, you can have them fix stuff, you can even have them clean up. I mean, who likes a messy roommate? Like, really, you gotta pick up your stuff, kids. So, here we go. Looks like Candace is talking, or Taylor's talking right now. And how's it going? So every one of the roommates are still rolling in. And another thing to keep in mind are these aren't your actual standard dorms. I mean, everyone I know is pretty much used to going in and it's like a sardine can. You're shoulder to shoulder with your roommate. You can go ahead and pan around here. Yeah, he's not gonna make that goopy carbonara. It's not working out. Maybe in a little bit, once you befriend him a little bit more, he'll be good to go. So yeah, these aren't your standard living conditions. I mean, they're pretty nice. So another thing is that you can always go into Edit Town and customize these to how you want to. So I mean, if you really want the prison layout where people are shoulder to shoulder and living, breathing on one another, then you can totally do that. Another thing to highlight is that if you want that little bit of privacy or alone time, you can go ahead and just click on the door, lock your door, roommate won't bother you. So maybe you want to study, maybe you want to do something else, little woo action. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So it looks like it's about time for them to actually head off to the student union. There's going to be a meet and greet there, a little bit of a student orientation. It's a good place to go where you can learn more about the academic side or just, talk to people, learn what new majors they're taking and stuff like that. So let's go ahead. What time do we got? Yep, it's right about noon, so there they go. They're off to the student union. So let's pan out a little bit. I'll highlight some of those things that we were talking about earlier. We have the Toasted Beans coffee shop. It's kind of all right there along that student strip, so you don't really have to stray too far from campus. There's a lot of other cool explorables outside of it as well. So there's the cinema. We got Simburger if you want to go grab some grub. Got Keats Comics for the nerds in the hobby shop. you can hit the gym if you want, maybe bulk up a little bit on college experience, lose those freshman 15 instead of gaining them. Yeah, so it looks like they're just about hitting up the student union now. And Candace is heading inside. It's a packed house. People are always trying to get in that door. So they're both gonna head upstairs. And Candace, she's got a little bit of a rebel inside of her. She's mostly a socialite, but since she's a little bit of a rebel, we're gonna have to go and have her actually, leave her mark and tag her wall right there. So we'll go ahead and throw one up. And Taylor, since, he's definitely more of the academic sort, he's gonna check out the orientation booth and see if he can grab a freebie, maybe talk to the professor. Also, read about some academic stuff. It's a great place to go to learn more. So, there goes Candace. Yep, she's definitely leaving her mark there. Hopefully she doesn't get caught because, sometimes the police don't really like that. Grab a freebie. You can get a kicky bag, you can get a flying disc, you can get some nice free swag. And it looks like, Taylor's getting a little tired, so let's go ahead and have him head over to the barista bar, grab a quick pick-me-up. Here's where you can go to grab an energy drink, maybe grab a snack. You can also get some new herbal teas or some coffee drinks as well. So as you can see, the student union is pretty much a one-stop shop if you want to head out and check out some new things. We got a photo booth in the corner. You're able to go around, meet people if you want. I think Candace is actually hanging out. She's kind of itching to show people her school pride, so we're gonna have her do the school cheer, see if anyone's around to take notice of her. There we go. She definitely knows how to shake it. She's getting down. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff you can do here. So since Candace is the new girl on campus, she doesn't want to be shown up by anyone. So we're gonna have her schedule a party. So what do you say we throw a bonfire party back at the dorm? So simply just pick up your phone. We have two new party types in university. We have the bonfire party as well as the juice kegger party. So we're gonna go ahead and just invite everyone. She's meeting some people here. She just wants to show that she's the best. I want to break into a Karate Kid song right now, but I'll hold it back. Alright, so that's pretty much what we have for the orientation, just to give you a quick glimpse. We're going to have her head up to the party and start setting things up. So as we're going back, you can take a sneak peek. It looks like Taylor's going to start sketching something really quick. He's not quite done with the orientation yet. So also keep in mind that it's really about balance in The Sims 3 university life. You can balance your social life, you can balance your academic life. It's really about what story you want to tell. You have the option. You have the power. Alright, let's check on Candace. She made it home yet? Yeah, it looks like she's just about heading there. Yep, now once she's home, it looks like that party's gonna get started pretty quick, so we gotta make sure some stuff's set up. Oh, what do you know? We already have some things set up. There's the giant ring of fire outside of the ping pong table, and we also have the bonfire pit right there, and also the juice kegger. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff you can do with there. In the video, you might have noticed the juice keg stand. We're definitely gonna show you that. So, here we go. Let's go ahead and get that bonfire lit. Toss some more wood on it, get that thing flaming nice and high. And you can just keep building it and building it and building it, and pretty soon you will get a nice pyre right there. So everyone's showing up at the party. It looks like we might even have a older university attendee. Keep in mind, you can bring anyone from young adult to elder, so if you really want to go back and explore some university life that you might have missed in the first round, you can do that. So people are already hitting up the plink block table. You can also use it to play juice pong when people aren't hogging it, but looks like those two are having too much fun. So we'll go ahead and get Candace to do yeah, there she goes, juice keg stand right there. So see how much she can drink. It looks like she's spilling more than she's actually getting in her. And since Taylor, he's not much for drinking, but he is kind of a pyromaniac. We'll have him throw a test tube on the fire, see what happens there. Bam! Kick it up a notch. Oh, that doesn't look too friendly. The green fumes coming off that thing. And as you can see, they're just piling that wood higher and higher. Alright, so since Candace is getting a little loose, you know, meeting some new people, we're gonna have her go ahead and snap a smartphone photo with a friend here. And another cool thing to note is that when you take these pictures on your smartphone, you can actually print them out and place them up on your wall, either at college or maybe you want to reminisce and take them home with you. Go ahead and throw them up on your wall and leave some memories there for all to see. So, there they go. Oh no, that's terrible. No one likes a blinding flash. That looks like Taylor's experiment there on the bonfire left people a little bit stinky too. So let's go see what Taylor's doing. He's kind of antisocial, so it looks like he is, where is he at? Looks like he's gonna head upstairs and he's gonna test some skeletal structure. Get a jump start on those academics right there. So as he goes upstairs, Candace, who knows what she's getting into. This is also another thing, is that when you enroll in university, you get a cool new major object. And this allows you to study and boost your academic score without going to class and stuff like that. So you can really study things the way you want to. So he's taking notes, he's making some cheats there for his next performance in class. And Candace, she's getting pretty loose, pretty juiced here. She's gonna throw caution to the wind and also her clothes. And she's gonna just take it all off and streak. Come on, Candace, you could do it. Be brave. Oh man, there she goes. She's off. So she's having a grand old time. Oh, she's taking it outside the backyard too. She is not ashamed. So Candace is really one party animal. Anyways, that is our very, very first look, quick glimpse at university life. We also have another quick announcement. With The Sims 3 University Life, if you actually pre-order it, The Sims 3 University Life Limited Edition, you will get the Party Bundle. This Party Bundle actually includes the Partius Maximus statue. And this Partius Maximus statue allows you the ability to go really big and throw the ultimate bash while at university. This object will appear in-game and allow Sims to throw the best parties ever. Not only will you get new costume party themes like toga and more, all your party guests will get a mood boost to have the time of their lives. Well, that's the first look, so I hope you're all excited to play because it's pretty awesome. We're gonna go ahead and tab through and also have another announcement for you. And we're doing a new contest, and it's called the Inspiring Creativity Contest. Next week, we're gonna be kicking it off, and it's really your time to let your creativity shine. Whether it's art, design and engineering, fashion, photography, and film, or writing, The Sims 3 is inviting you to share your creations and have an opportunity to win some very cool prizes. You may even be selected to win an all-expenses-paid master class and VIP trip to the Sims studio to see what it's like behind the scenes making The Sims. The Inspiring Creativity Contest officially launches next week for those in the United States and Canada, excluding Quebec. Sorry, Quebec. But stay tuned for more updates. Well, at this time, I'd also like to introduce a special guest from the SimCity team, but don't go anywhere as there is more news from The Sims 3 to follow. All right, George, take it away.
Hi, everybody. I'm George. I'm here from the SimCity team, which is coming out on March 5th. You know, SimCity is the most expansive city management game out there. And we've brought a new experience where you can play in a full region with you and all your friends. You can create up to 16 cities in a region, and you can customize these all by yourself. Or you can connect, control, and work together in these cities to create a truly multi-city and multiplayer experience. Now, it's a model-like world with the deepest simulation that we have yet. And this really allows the game to become the most responsive and personal SimCity that we've ever delivered. You'll be able to customize your cities so they can fulfill a specific role in the region, because every decision you make in that city is going to ripple through not only that city, but the entire region. Now, SimCity is going to be a live service, which means that at Maxis, we're going to be able to continue to update your game and provide new content, challenges, and other features for you to play with. Now, I'm really excited because today I get to show you guys something that's never been seen before. This is a first look at the intro video that is going to lead into the SimCity game.
Cannot wait to play the full version. All right, so we've had some big announcements, lots of big stuff going on. As you guys saw, Sims 3 University Life's coming out. It's looking really good. I've had some fun playing that one as well. Lots of big stuff, lots of big announcements. But when I told you guys this broadcast was packed with more announcements than any other broadcast, I wasn't lying. Because today, I get to announce the next expansion pack past Sims 3 University Life. So I'm going to pull up a screen right here and show you guys what we have coming up next. So coming out in June 2013, we get to bring you guys the Sims 3 Island Paradise. Now this is a brand new expansion that we're currently working on. It's in develop right now, and I am so excited about it. I can't even express how excited I am. This pack is coming packed full of tons of new features that enable you to not only play with, but to create your own version of what Island Paradise is. So this is a very early screenshot. I'm going to show you guys an early screenshot now. You guys know Sims 3 University Life isn't coming out for a few months. It's coming out in March, and this one's coming out in June. So as you can imagine, we're still really early in development, and this screenshot is something that I am ecstatic about being able to show you guys. So here it is, the first screenshot of the Sims 3 Island Paradise coming out in June 2013. Here it is. That's right. It is a sim on a boat exploring a world full of interconnected and disconnected tropical islands. Now again, this is a very early image of the game. It's still very early in development, but I'm excited to be able to share with you guys some of the really cool features we have coming. As you guys know, with the launch of Seasons, we gave Sims the ability to swim in the oceans of the world. With Island Paradise, we're giving Sims the ability to travel the world by boat. Now this is really cool. I've been able to play a little bit with some of the early tech, and it's a lot of fun. You guys may have built island worlds before, or even downloaded some of the island worlds available on the store, but this one is brand new in the way that there's a bunch of different islands. There's not just one central island, and you get to use boats to travel throughout the world. Now on top of that, and I have been waiting so long to tell you guys this, we're giving you guys the ability to build your own houseboats. That's right, you can use build buy mode to construct boats however you want and then travel in those boats throughout the world. So you're going to be able to use your build buy tools, construct awesome looking boats. I can't wait to see what you guys build. Have your Sims hop onto these boats and then cruise around the world like a real boat. It's awesome. So if you want to go find perhaps a new unexplored island and claim it as your own, you're going to be able to do that. If you don't like the view out the front of your boat, you're going to be able to change between ports. Your Sims get to live on these boats. They're awesome. So along with that, you not only can travel above the seas, but for the first time ever in The Sims, we're going to allow you guys to take your Sims under the ocean with the brand new scuba and snorkeling skills. That's right, you guys are going underneath the water. who knows what you might find down there. New treasures, new collectibles, maybe even some marine life. So there's a lot of fun stuff coming in this pack. For those of you who might not be so into exploring, there is the brand new resort system, which is going to allow you to not only build your own resort, but to be able to run it as well. So if your idea of an island resort is a small bungalow on the beach, you can build that. If your idea is a resort is a sprawling mega resort full of water slides and all kinds of fun amenities, you can build that as well. And then you're going to get options to make business decisions about how your resort runs, which will contribute to different reviews and ratings about your resort that will have an effect on how popular it is and how much money you'll be able to make with your resort. So this pack is something that we've been working on. It's in development right now. It comes out in June 2013. Cannot wait to get it out to you guys. It's so exciting. Make sure to stay tuned over the next coming months for more info. There'll be more broadcasts on the way, and as we develop it, we're going to show you guys more and more. So not only have you guys been introduced to the Sims 3 University Life Pack, now you guys know about the one coming after that called the Sims 3 Island Paradise. It's going to be released in June of 2013, and again, make sure to stay tuned for more info as we go. So let's see, moving on. I feel bad about some of the technical problems we've had today. It's been a little rough, and I really appreciate you guys sticking with me. So I'm going to go sorry, Graham, I'm going to tell him, okay? I'm actually going to let you, I'm going to let you guys know about the next expansion coming after Island Paradise. That's right. I'm telling you guys what's coming later this year. So I can't get into too much details. My PR people here are not very happy with me right now. But after Sims 3 Island Paradise, later this year, you're going to get the chance to take your Sims into the future. Now, this is something we've never done before. As you can imagine, this is still early in development. But the third expansion pack this year is going to allow your Sims to travel into the future in a way that you've never been able to before in the world of The Sims. So lots of big stuff coming. And while I'm at it, sorry again, there's another stuff pack coming too this year. This one's going to be great. We're still trying to figure out what to call it, but it's going to be full of really iconic themes, costumes, and settings for your Sims to tell really cool new stories. We don't have a name for it yet, but I imagine a lot of you storytellers out there, people who like to make machinima and really tell fun stories, are going to love this pack because there's going to be really iconic themes, costumes, and sets for you to place your Sims on. So this is another stuff pack that I'm really excited about. Sorry guys, I had to tell them. So 3 brand new big expansions this year. SimCity's coming out in March, as well as another stuff pack. And don't forget 70s and 80s and 90s stuff coming out in just 2 weeks. So we have a huge year coming for you guys from the world of The Sims 3. Lots of really fun content, lots of big packs and big new features from all the expansions and stuff packs and even the store that are going to allow you guys to play with your game and tell stories in completely and brand new ways. Now, as I imagine, you guys have lots of questions, and I'm not going to be able to answer them all myself. There's just way too much stuff. So I'm going to invite my good buddy Argus back on screen. We're going to try and get through some of the questions you guys have been asking on Twitter. Now, if you have new questions, remember to tweet at The Sims 3 and to use the Sims 3 LB hashtag. And not only are you going to get hopefully your questions picked up and answered here, but you're also going to be entered in random giveaways for signed posters, as well as maybe some gifts from the Sims 3 store. So let's jump into some of these questions. I have a couple here in front of me. I think a lot of these are coming in about university life. So let's jump into the first one.
All right.
This one is from Nick24x7, who asks, will the college campus be treated much like a World Adventures Destination World, or will it be somehow incorporated into the home world?
So the SimCity University Life campus will actually be like a travel world in the Sims World Adventures. So from any of your home worlds, you'll be able to enroll in university and head there without having to redo your whole home once you get back. So you just hop back once you're done, and hopefully you'll grab a degree out of it. So.
Nice. It's kind of like traveling away to school.
Yeah, exactly.
Go away, you come back whenever you feel like you're done.
Family's still there,
hopefully after that investment, you come back with a degree in your hand.
Yeah, hoping.
I like it. We're going to switch to full screen so you guys can get a better view of us. There we go. I mean,
There we go.
who doesn't want to look at Argus all day anyways?
Slash blush.
All right, here's our next question. I'll get it up on your guys' screen, hopefully. This one comes from somebody called End of My Boot. And
Oh.
they ask, will the pack be like the Sims 2 version and have a usable campus life, or will it just be another rabbit hole?
So The Sims 3 has a couple different things in the way that, or The Sims 3 University Life has a couple different ways they deal with class. We showed you the student union. This is actually somewhere you can go to actually attend lectures and do class activities. And everyone has their major object that they're given when they enroll, and you can also study with groups. There's tons of different ways that you can actually explore the academic side of university life outside of rabbit hole.
So wait, are you saying that you can actually go to school in university?
You
It's not
can-
just all about party?
So yeah, I mean, if you want to, you can study, but you can party too. I was kind of more like Taylor, but I went to a party or two when I was in university.
You got
so-
to fill out the
Yeah,
experience,
I
right?
mean, you got to round it out. So,
Excellent.
nice.
All right, next question comes from Nos Base B, and they ask, will there be different majors to earn in university?
Yeah.
Or will they be able to place a university in an established town, or do the students have to travel?
So much like the other question, the students will have to travel, but you can totally have different degrees. If you want to, you can go ahead and explore all the different degrees that we offer, and these will help you in your careers outside of university, give you a little boost, throw you in a little bit higher level. You also get a new trade. I don't want to unlock too much, but they'll be talking about it a little bit in the future.
So next question comes from Midnight Pearl, and they ask, can we build our own dorm rooms?
You can. Yeah, much like I was saying, you can actually jump in, edit town. You can edit it from your home world as well without having to jump into university. And you can go ahead and edit town, create that dorm room that you want to make. It can be as extravagant as a ballroom, or you can have it like a little tiny sardine can and 2 people packed to it. So
I like the small ones. Those
Yeah.
feel the most real. Like just enough room to survive, but
Yeah.
no room for anything.
it doesn't
fun.
have the bars on the windows, but it's pretty close.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna build mine just like that.
Nice.
So Midnight Pearl also follows up, wondering if there's a chanting song that Sims can learn and sing, like in Sims 2 University.
There's the school pride cheer, which is pretty awesome. I don't know if you'll want to necessarily do the song, but the cheer is totally amazing. Also, there's some cool stuff that you can learn from your mascot. If you're aspiring to be their young Jedi, you can do that. So a lot of
Excellent.
cool stuff there.
I like it.
Nice.
So let's see. This next question is from Jess, and it's actually a question for me. She is
Okay.
asking, what is my favorite era from the 70s and 80s and 90s stuff pack? And that's a hard question. There's lots of good stuff in all of those. But just like Graham, I'm a child of the 80s, and you can't beat the 80s. I mean, those leopard pants and some of
yeah.
those hairs.
Who didn't have a pair of hammer pants? I mean,
I don't
definitely
know.
owned one.
I just don't know. So I definitely say the 80s, although the mustache that fits with the 70s, it's dirty. It's
hard-
really dirty.
hard to beat, though.
Hard to beat. All right, let's jump to the next question from Pixie Dusk 4267. She's asking, or he is asking, will you be bringing back the Woohoo in the vehicle that we had with Sims 2?
Sorry, we don't actually have Woohoo in the vehicle, but we have some new Woohoo things that you can do. Sometimes they might get a little bit dangerous. I mean, there's a Murphy bed, so things can happen.
Can get crazy, I bet.
It can get pretty crazy.
That's
yeah.
excellent. All right, moving right along, we want to try and hit as many of these questions as we can. Kaida Rose Angel asks, will there be new lifetime wishes or rewards for university?
Yeah, so we have plenty of new rewards for university. Like I said, you can get a nice degree, and that helps boost everything. You also get a new trait, which we'll be talking about in the future. It's actually a new trait slot. So you can expand beyond 5 and really customize the sim even more.
So a whole new trait slot.
Whole new trait slot.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I like it. So this is another great question from Silver Nettle, who asks, what happens in the real world while you're gone, while your Sim's away at university?
So in the real world, I mean, pretty much your family's doing what they do. You don't have to worry about coming back and having people dead. Like they're going to be there, they're going to be doing their thing, but they're not going to age. Kind of time slows down a little bit more, so you don't have to worry about coming home to an empty household with a couple of graves on your front lawn. I mean, nobody wants to be away at university and have their parents die. That's awful. That's terrible.
That would be a terrible thing.
Yeah.
Not a good thing. So let's see. We talked a little bit about traits. How many new skills are in University Life?
How many new skills do we have? I think it's a total of 3. So as you saw Candace doing, she was doing the street art, which also includes some ground murals as well. We have the science skill, which is way cool. There's so much to do with the science skill. It takes some new things, it incorporates them, it makes this delectable little treat that you can just snack on for hours. And there's also the social networking skill, which allows you to use your smartphone, which you caught a glimpse of there, and it really allows you to interface with some of the new type of social networking that we have in game. So you can post blogs, you can post pictures, you can do a lot there.
That's awesome. And that kind of brings me to the next question here. You talked a little bit about a smartphone, I think, and Josie asked, will there be new phones for college students?
Yep. It's as simple as that. Just, yep. So when you get the Sims 3 University Life, everyone has new phones. So everyone's done a global upgrade on technology. Everyone's given out a smartphone. And with these phones, you can snap photos, you can customize them, you can actually go and do the social networking stuff right there from your phone. You can even study, show gross videos. Who doesn't like a cat video? I mean, really, if you say you don't like a cat video, you're a bad person.
You probably shouldn't be on the internet
Yeah.
if you don't like
Get
cat
off the
videos.
interwebs.
Exactly.
Cats rule.
So a couple of questions here I just posted from, again, from Josie and then one from Griffey.
Okay.
They're interested in a little bit more about what kind of classes or majors are available in university.
Okay, so the different majors we have, let's see if I can remember them here. We have business, we have communication, we have science and medicine. I'm missing out on some. We have 3 others that I just can't wrap my head around right now. Technology major. Yeah, and what was the second part of that question?
Classes?
Classes, so you'll be able to attend lectures and do class activities outside. You can also check out the group science project. Anyone interested in that? Check out the campus, you'll find it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So along with this, do these majors and classes tie into careers at all?
Yeah, definitely. So you can see that actually when you're applying to university, there's certain careers that will put you kind of in advanced placement. They'll count towards your credit so you don't necessarily have to learn as much. Also, once you're out of university and have earned that degree, you'll have a boost in your career and it'll just be awesome. You make more money, you advance further, I mean, really, it helps.
So that kind of answers Rainer KHK's question, who asks, as soon as you get a degree, will life outside of university be different?
Yeah, definitely.
So it sounds like your majors and your classes and the stuff you do during university is going to have effects on your life when you get back.
Yep, and also keep in mind that we do have the new social groups, which exist outside of university as well. So we have a lot in the university world itself. We also have a lot that transfers over back home with you to your normal home world and everything like that. So
Excellent. So let's see. We talked a little bit about the dorms. Now, is there anything else that's new for Build Buy Mode coming in this pack?
So we have dorms and we have the ability to rent houses while you're at university. Another cool thing that we have is if you have that unused room on your house and you don't necessarily want to pay for it because it's just the extra square footage, you can actually post and acquire a roommate in your normal home world. So they can go ahead and help you pay the bills and you just don't have to do anything, even if it's just a small garage studio apartment. So
Nice.
yeah,
That's
it's way
awesome.
cool.
Well, let's see. I think we have time for one last question here.
Okay.
We're running a little long, but we're going to do that because we've had some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
That's of course one. We'll do 2 last questions.
All right.
Hey Pay asks, can you get any minors in the game, or maybe even study abroad?
It's all majors, so we really go big or go home. This is the university that all Sims want to attend. This is, the cream of the crop. So they want to be there, they want to go there. It's all or nothing. So
Excellent. And the last question is from Mito. What's the release date for Sims 3 University Life?
Sims 3 University Life will launch on March 5th. So, get ready, get crazy. It's going to be fun.
So on March 5th, not only can you pick up University Life, but Sim City as well.
SimCity as well.
That is going to be a huge day for
Yep.
Maxis. We cannot wait to get you guys these games.
Yeah, save your money, double down. It's going to be a great day.
That's excellent. Well, thanks for joining me, Argus.
Yep.
Appreciate you helping me answer some of those questions. There's some good ones.
Yeah.
I think we're just about out of time. We're going to start wrapping things up, but just again, wanted to remind you guys that in 2 weeks you have the Sims 3 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff coming out.
Way cool.
On the 18th, you're going to be able to tune in to the Twitter page where Sim Guru Sarah is going to be answering questions. And then on March 5th, you're going to be able to get both the Sims 3 University Life and
Yep.
SimCity. Big day, lots of fun stuff coming out. Earlier on, we mentioned some of the stuff coming out from the store. There's the Lullabies pack that's coming out, Lullabies and Nursery Rhymes, as well as the New World Monta Vista is going to be available in stores.
It looks awesome.
And then, of course, we had a big announcement. We had the Sims 3 Island Paradise announced, which is going to be out in June of 2013. And then, much to the dismay of my colleagues over here on the side, we were able to announce a pack that's coming in the future that is going to take our Sims to the future for the very first time. I'm just grabbing my notes here because there's a few other things I want to make sure we mention. Don't forget, George talked to you guys a little bit about the Inspiring Creativity Contest. You guys can find out more about that.
That's
Argus.
okay. It's okay.
Getting mixed up. Big thanks to all my fellow producers up here, Graham, George, and Argus, as well as Lauren. So if you guys want to know more about the Inspiring Creativity Contest, jump onto thesims3.com/inspiringcreativity, one word, to submit your entry and apply for some great prizes. Also, we mentioned Sim Guru Sarah is going to be on the 18th on the Twitter page answering a bunch of questions.
Yep.
And then if you guys have any more questions about university or stuff that's coming out, hop onto the Sims 3 forums. Argus and some of the other producers are going to be on that over the next couple weeks, trying to answer as many questions as you guys can ask. And we know there's a lot, so we're going to try and answer as many as we can. It's always a challenge because you guys have such great questions. So I think that does it. We have a huge year coming up for us in The Sims 3. Lots of expansion packs, lots of stuff packs, lots of great content from the store. Lots of great new features, though. We talk about expansions and stuff packs, but it's really about lots of new ways to play the game.
Underwater, really?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's great. Never been done before.
No,
it's
let's
awesome.
do it.
So big year coming up. We hope you guys are excited as we are. We're big simmers ourselves too and can't wait to play these features ourselves. Make sure to stay tuned for more info about Island Paradise and some of the other future packs coming out. As well as don't forget to tune in for our next live broadcast, which is going to happen on Valentine's Day. That's February 14th. Exactly. It's going to be a special edition. It's going to be a good one. So make sure to stay tuned. Keep up on your Sim stuff. Huge year coming. We cannot wait, again, to get this stuff out to you guys. We're just as excited as you, hopefully, and we got a big year ahead of us. So hope you guys keep simming. Enjoy your time in the game. Enjoy the expansions and stuff that's coming out. It's going to be a great year.
It's gonna be
Thanks for
sweet.
tuning in.
Thanks, guys.